Okay, and then the last thing you have to read about in this module is half angle formulas. And there they are. Given that the sine of your angle equals negative 15 over 17, and that the angle lies in quadrant 3, find the value of the cosine of the angle over 2. So that's this one right here. And so I need to use this function, or this part of the formula. The only problem is I don't have cosine. I was given sine of theta equals negative 15 over 7. And I know that my angle is in quadrant 3. I'm sorry, I might keep saying theta. It doesn't matter what Greek letter you use. It's whatever the damn angle is, okay? It's an alpha, but I probably keep saying theta. So quadrant 3 means you rotate all the way here to quadrant 3 and whoosh, like that. And then if I draw in my right triangle to the x-axis, your reference angle is right here, which would be, well, whatever that angle is, this is my alpha. And they're saying that sine is opposite over the hypotenuse. They're saying the opposite is negative 15. The side opposite, that would be this one, which makes sense because this is, when you're right here, you're at negative 15 on the y-axis. So the hypotenuse would be 17. Now, in order to do cosine, I need the adjacent. I don't have the adjacent, but I have a right triangle. And in a right triangle, the Pythagorean theorem says that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So a is the negative 15 squared plus b squared equals the 17 squared. And negative 15 squared is 225. And what the hell is 17 squared? Don't have that one memorized. 17 squared. 289. And then if you subtract the 225 from both sides, you get b squared is equal to 64. Well, isn't that nice? Because if you square root both sides, the square root of b squared and the square root of 64, you get b is 8. So I now know that this side right here is 8. So for cosine, okay, let me come up here. I'm going to have to put in plus or minus the square root of 1 plus the cosine of theta. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So this part right here, cosine of theta, that's going to go there. That would be the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So it's going to be 8 over 17. And I'm supposed to simplify this. Let's see. 1 whole, I would change my 1 whole to 17/17. And when I add the 17 plus 8, I get 25/17 over 2. That's plus or minus the square root of that. So plus or minus. If you have 25/17 divided by 2, that's the same thing as 25/17 times 1/2. Still underneath the square root. So this would be the square root of 25 over 34. It says type an exact answer. Do they want me to simplify that? They're not telling me to simplify it. Damn it. Let's see. I need a square root, and then under the square root, I need a fraction. Oh, wait, I need the plus or minus symbol in front. Where is the plus or minus symbol? Is it here? I don't see it. Is it here? What the hell? Well, there should be a plus or minus symbol. I'm going to put the 25 there, and the, what did I say it was? 34. 34. I mean, I know I could take the square root of 25, but let's see, does it want that? What do they want? What? Oh, shoot. Yeah, that was stupid. I forgot that I was in quadrant 3. Quadrant 3, when you're in quadrant 3, your x is negative. Okay, so that would be negative, which means all this is wrong. Okay, so 17/17 and a negative 8/17 would be plus or minus the square root of 9/17 over 2. But dividing by 2 is the same thing as multiplying by 1/2. So that'd be 9 over 34, plus or minus the square root of 9 over 34. Okay, where is it? Is that what they got? Plus or minus 9. Looks like they're simplifying it though, and I don't know where the heck to get this plus or minus symbol from. Still didn't like it. It wants me to simplify, but doesn't say that in the directions. Okay, so this is going to be plus or minus 3 over the square root of 34. And then if you rationalize that, you would multiply top and bottom by the square root of 34. And that gives me 3 times the square root of 34 over 34. And one last time. And that's what they have, right? Plus or minus, okay. And then, okay. Because we are in quadrant 3, we choose a negative value because the angle is in quadrant, oh, that's in quadrant 2. We are in quadrant 3. Let me go back to my drawing on that. Because we are in quadrant 3, cosine is negative there. So I want the negative value. I don't want both of them. I want the, oh, let's just delete all this. I want negative fraction 3 square root of 34 over 34. You better be right this time. There we go. Finally. Sometimes it helps to, you know, watch me struggle through it, I guess. But yeah, I forget things along the way. But it's part of the learning process. So in quadrant 3, cosine is negative. And that is the last problem in the reading and participation activities. But remember, you got a lot of reading you got to do too, because some of that stuff you're going to see in the problem sets. So be aware.